Good morning, Warriors, and welcome back for another workout of the day. My name is Thompson, and I'm an exercise physiologist at home base. Today's workout, a little bit different than last week's, is going to be focused on strength. Okay, so last week we did muscle endurance, and we did a low weight for high reps. Now we're meeting somewhere in the middle. So we're gonna have 8 movements total, but we are gonna be working in supersets. So supersets mean you're gonna do 2 movements back to back for a total of 3 sets before moving on to the next superset. So there's gonna be a total of 4 supersets, 8 total movements. All right, so we are gonna be doing a full body strength workout today. So there will be some lower body, upper body, and core involved as well. All right, hope you guys enjoy it. Our first movement is going to be a squat into an overhead press. So we're combining lower body and some upper body movement as well. I have my dumbbells here. You can use dumbbells, you can use any other weights that you have. You know, if you are working from home, try and find something that'll push you a little bit. From here, I'm gonna have my feet at about shoulder width apart, and then I'm just gonna lift those dumbbells onto my shoulders here. All right, just give you a side view, just right here. All right, so now the first movement is I'm just gonna sink into a squat, down nice and low till my legs are about 90 degrees. And at the top, I'm gonna use that momentum to press those dumbbells above my head into a shoulder press. To show you from the side, feet shoulder width apart, sink into my squat, 90 degrees or lower, and then I come up and press. Down, press, down, press. So our second exercise in our first superset is just going to be a weighted forward lunge. If weight is too much for you, it's a little too hard, then we don't need to use the weight, we can just use our body weight for the lunge. I'm gonna use my dumbbells again. So right here, just have my feet at about shoulder width, a little bit closer, dumbbells at my side, making sure my chest is proud and my back is flat. And from here, I'm just gonna step forward into a lunge. Step back so you guys can see that a little better. Forward into my lunge, try and get that back knee as close to the ground as possible. Now we can alternate legs. Since it's a unilateral exercise, using only one side at a time, we're gonna do 8 reps each leg. To give you a side view, back flat, chest proud, the whole movement, step forward, sink low, try and get that back knee down, and alternate. 8 reps each leg. All right, Warriors, moving into our second superset. After we ran through that first one for 3 times, now I'm gonna move on to my cables, okay? So we're gonna do some upper body movement here and some core as well. So I have my 2 cables here. I'm gonna be using both at the same time, bilateral, so we're only doing 8 total reps, all right? I wanna make sure that they're at about chest height, and I'm just gonna hold my 2 handles here across. You can be in a staggered stance if you have a little bit more trouble with balance. It gives you a little more stabilization here. Or I can be in a regular stance, which makes me use my core a little bit more than a staggered stance. I'll show you the staggered stance first. So, one leg forward, whichever leg is more comfortable for you. And then from here, I'm just gonna bring my cables out, squeeze in the middle, and come back nice, slow, and controlled. Slight bend in my elbows the entire time. I don't want them completely locked out straight. That could cause elbow problems, all right? Slight bend in my elbows, and then we're coming around like we're hugging a tree. And then open up. Back, don't let the weight touch, keep that tension. And then we're forcing it back to the middle. Make sure when I'm here, I'm squeezing my chest together, get a good chest contraction. For our second exercise in our second superset, we are gonna be utilizing the cable again. This time I'm gonna face the wall with the cable right off to my side, holding it in one hand while my feet firm on the floor. And with my opposite hand, I'm just gonna reach over and grab that handle as well. Now I'll show you a better view when I switch sides. But from here, I want my chest proud, my back flat, reaching over, and then I'm just gonna rotate at my core and point to the other side. Come back nice, slow, and controlled. Squeeze that core, point to the opposite side. Make sure I'm contracting that oblique as well. You're gonna feel it in your hips a little bit for stabilization purposes. We're gonna come back. You see my arms are not fully locked out, slightly bent as I rotate. Now, since it's a unilateral exercise, we're only turning one way. I'm gonna have to do the same thing on the other side, right? So again, facing the wall, my close arm is straight out, holding that handle. Feet flat on the floor. I'm gonna reach over with the other one. Back flat, chest proud. And again, rotate outwards. Nice, slow, and controlled. Don't let that weight touch. When you come back, squeeze that oblique. All right, warriors, superset number 3. Again, we're gonna be using our cable. Now, all I did was just raise it a little bit higher because I'm gonna be down on the ground in front of it. We're gonna be working the back. We're gonna be doing a lat pull down, all right? So we're gonna be working a lot of lats, a lot of middle back as well. And to make it a little bit harder, we're gonna stabilize with the core. So instead of seated in a typical lat pull down machine, which you might not have access to, I'm gonna show you on the cables how to do it while keeping that core nice and tight. So just raise my cable up. I have a curved bar here. I like to go as wide as possible. And then from here, I'm just gonna sit back. If you don't have this good of ankle mobility, we can just sit back kind of on the toes a little bit. But I want to lean back at kind of a 45-degree angle with my body, keeping my back flat and my chest proud. That way, I'm squeezing my core as I bring this cable down. So, leaning back, keeping those shoulders back as well. We're just gonna pull and come back. Now you can come back a little bit with your body, hinge at the hips a little bit. Use a little bit of momentum since we are working on strength, but not too much. So from here, bring it to the chest, squeeze, and bring up. Come down, squeeze, and come up. Make sure we're squeezing that core into our stomach the whole time. And getting that good contraction in that mid back as we squeeze. 8 total reps. Second movement in superset number 3 is gonna be working on a lot of core. So we are gonna be doing a crunch to a twist with a dumbbell, all right? This is gonna serve as our resistance. So we know what a crunch is. I'm gonna lay down on my back, feet flat on the floor. So to show you without my dumbbell, a crunch would just be to bring my upper body up to my knees. Now, with the dumbbell, a dumbbell crunch would be here, right? And back down. With a twist, I'm gonna come up and perform a Russian twist to each side and back down. So up, activate the obliques with the crunch and the twist, and up. Crunch, twist, try and get that dumbbell nice and low. I say reach for that back pocket and back down. Last superset, that means last 2 exercises. We are gonna be working on the arms a little bit. Probably exercises you've done before. We're gonna be doing some curls, and then we're gonna be doing some dips. All right, so first one, bicep curls. I have my dumbbells here. Now, some people like to start with their palms facing forward. I like to start with my palms facing my body because the biceps also do supination, which is this movement here. So anytime I turn like that, that is a supination. So just to get a little extra bicep activation, I start here. As I come up to curl, supinate, get to the top, squeeze, come down nice, slow, and controlled, and pronate. Supinate, curl, down, pronate. Just to show you how flat my back is, how proud my chest is. Supinate, curl, squeeze at the top, and back down, slow and controlled. Now use a weight that makes you push yourself a little bit. Remember, we're only doing 8 reps. So find a weight that you know you can get 8 reps with. Second movement in our final superset is just gonna be a tricep dip. So find a stable surface, about 2 feet off the ground, maybe a little bit lower. From here, I'm just gonna walk my feet out, keeping my hands nice and close to my body, keeping my elbows tucked close to my body. I'm just gonna walk my feet out as far as I can. And from here, I'm just gonna bend my elbows and get nice and low. You see how I have a good 90-degree angle between my upper arm and my forearm? And then I just press up with power. Now, you can modify this and make this a little bit easier by just bringing your feet a little bit closer to your body. Lessens the resistance a little bit. Obviously, the closer you are, the easier that's gonna be. We can also make it a little bit harder. Walk those feet out. We can do one leg at a time. Makes you a little less stable. Or if I had another step, I can put both of my feet on top of that, elevate my feet, and still perform the dip. Again, we are only doing 8 reps. I know it doesn't seem like a lot, but once you've gone through this whole circuit, your arms are gonna be killing you. Let's get after it. Good work, Warriors. Hope you enjoyed that workout. Remember, if you have any questions about our fitness and wellness content here at Home Base, feel free to reach out to us at homebase.org to learn more about our Warrior Health and Fitness program.